Assalamualaikum and good day. So today you will learn about lab 10, which is test scheduling. Here is the learning outcome for today's lab. At the end of this lab, you will understand the need of task scheduling or task automation. You will learn how to create task automation using add command. And finally, you will learn how to create task automation using cron utilities. So why we need task scheduling? So in Linux, several administrative tasks requires simultaneous execution at another specified time or on periodic basis. So such task is, for instance, to configuration updates, or for system maintenance, like for such as data backups or file removal, and also system monitoring. So basically, it is hard for system administrator to perform each of the tasks manually. Hence the reason why we need task scheduling in Linux system. So in Linux, there are two daemons for task scheduling, which the first one is add, and the second one is cron. So add is usually used to schedule one-time task for later execution, meaning there's no recurring task, or the instruction could not be repeated on periodic basis. And secondly, if you were to schedule tasks on periodic basis, so you need to use a cron. So if add command is not pre-installed in Linux, so you may install using apt command by issuing sudo apt install add. Now let us look at how we can execute an add command. So add command is executed either at a specified time and hour using the format of minutes, month, day, and year, and at the same time we need to specify the hour and also the minutes of the task. You can also use add command after a given interval of time, and also using a special keyword. So the details can be seen at table 10.1, the time format for add service. So if you want to specify the date and time, so you can either use the following format, like month, day, year, or for example. I just straight away go to the example. So example date for each format, if you were to use month, day, or year, so you will just specify in English June, and then the day is 25, and then the year is 2019. If you were to use the second format, this is the first format. If you were to use the second format, so we just follow exactly the format. So if for June 06, and then 25, and then 19, so so on so forth, the third and fourth format. Then we need to specify the time. So for the time, there are two formats, which is the first one. If you using a 12-hour format or the 24-hour format. So if you are using the 12-hour format like this, so it's starting from 0 for 12 midnight or 12 at the morning until 23 for 11 a.m. Okay, so for example, for 2 p.m. you can set it to 14 hours or 2 p.m. Okay, this one is or. Okay, so you can either choose AM or PM. So this is the first format, and this is the second format. Now let's look at the second ways to execute add command. So this is the first way. So this is the second way, which is after time interval. So you can use the first format is now plus time, and the second one time plus time. So for example, time here is referred as minute, hours, days, or weeks. So if you are using the first format, we look at the example one here. So now plus 1 hour, which means that the task will be executed after 1 hour from the current time. Example 2, 16 means 4 o'clock in the afternoon plus 2 days, meaning at 4 p.m. after 2 days. Alright, so lastly, the add command can also be executed using a special keyword. So for example, for today, if you want to run the task on midnight or in the afternoon, or during tea time, so using this special keyword, so midnight means that the task will be executed at 12 a.m. and noon is 12 p.m. and tea time at 4 p.m. So after this, I will show how the add command can be executed in Linux using examples. So now I will show you how to use add command to send reminders such as the time for lunch at specified time, which is at noon. So usually the output of add command will be redirected to the email, but since the email is not configured in this Linux machine, so this example will redirect the output to the terminal. So to redirect output to the terminal, first we have to identify the terminal name. So here the terminal name is terminal 0. Next, what you have to do is we need to specify, issue the add command and specify the time. So here instead of using time, I will use a special keyword which is noon. So before I do that, I will try to change my computer time from just make sure you are not using or synchronize it to the internet time. So we just manually configure our time to like in my case, I just put it 11:58 so that it will quickly show the result of add command in the machine. So now I'll just go back and type the command. So now that my time is 11:58, type the command of add noon, and because I would like to redirect the output to the terminal, so I will use the echo command to display the message on the screen. So I'll just type time for lunch with team and then redirect the output to the terminal that we have displayed earlier, dev/pts/0, and then if you were to stop giving messages, so we just type Ctrl D. Now you can see back the command, the job that we have scheduled. So the job is ID is job 6, and then this is the job execution date, which is Monday, December 14, and then this is the job execution time, which is at 12 o'clock on 2020, and then this is the Q label A, and this is the username with the job is scheduled. Okay, so now the time is 11:59, so we just could wait until 12 o'clock to see whether the job has been executed or not. So you can see now the time is 12 o'clock at noon, and now the message time for lunch with team has been displayed on the terminal. So now I will show you how to schedule tasks using the time format of time interval. Alright, so in example 4, refer to page 176 in the lab module. So I will try to create file and directory, and the file will be created after 1 minute of the scheduled job. Right, so the first thing that I will do is I will issue the add command, and then now plus I just use 1 minute because I'm not going to wait until 5 minutes to show the output. Alright, and then we just issue the command. So first I want to create directory at dir, and then I would like to touch a new file which name is add file, and then I will echo testing with a command and redirect the output into the add file. So I press Ctrl G. So the job number is job 7, and we'll just wait after 1 minute, which is the time which is at time 12:08 12:08 in the afternoon, and we'll just wait for the file and directory to be created. So now the time now is 12:08 minutes. Okay, 12:08 in the afternoon. Right, so I'll just check whether the output is there. As so we want to show all files all files or directory that starts with add. So there you go. So we have the add file and also the add directory here, and I'll just want to see the content of add file, whether the command or the messages has been redirected to add file. Yes, there it is. So now the output has been redirected to the file testing with a command. Okay, so the last thing that I would like to show is I would like to remove a file, remove a job in the add queue. So again, I'll just issue a command. This time I'll put at midnight, and then I just do echo testing, and then redirected the output to the add file. But no worries, because we are not going to actually cease the command. What I want to show is how to remove a job in the add queue. So if I display the content of add queue, so now this is the job that we have scheduled, which is job 8. So if I were to remove the job from the queue, so I just issue the command add rm, and then followed by the ID, the job ID, which is job ID 8, and then if I display back the queue, the add queue, so now the job ID 8 is no longer in the queue because we have issued the add remove command.